What's going on, guys? This is Wheeler and welcome back to another video. We're in the C8 ZR1 and today you are going to see this car get put on two different dynos and definitively see how much wheel horsepower this particular ZR1 is making. In my drag race videos with Brooks, I had a handful of people tell me that car was running slower than other ones, that it's 60 to 130 times more slow, that it's making less power. So I wanted to put it on the dyno to definitively see how much power this particular car is making. We know from other ZR1 owners that have put their cars on the dyno, like Paragon Performance, their cars were making, 1010, 1015 to 1028-ish horsepower. Cars are making a little bit more than advertised by Chevy, but I wanted to see how much horsepower this particular car is making. I believe it might be a little bit on the low end. So we are going to test it, figure it out, and then see where we can go from there. But hope you guys enjoy the video. Let's go. We're here at my friend Adam's shop, Midnight Fabrication, here putting the ZR1 on the dyno to see what it actually makes horsepower-wise. 911. Huh. I'm so surprised it's not more. 911. Maybe I did get a botched one. Fifth gear's 911. I think it's the only time in the world people are disappointed. It's only 900 horsepower. Only factory 911. So we're 100 horsepower short. Why are we 100 horsepower short is the question.
Now they could have had a loaded dyno, loaded the hell out of it, same gear.
Yeah.
Very possible. I mean, what is it? What you said, 10 what? It's rated at?
1064.
It's making 911. That'd be like if it was making
1064.
You know what I mean? Something right like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is that? What percentage is that powertrain loss?
Yeah, 12%.
12%? That's about normal.
Yeah. Yeah.
12%.
DCT car for sure.
Yeah.
You know what
So
I mean?
12% drivetrain loss.
It's hot in here. It's 93 degrees in here.
Is it 93?
Yeah, the dyno will tell you it's 93.
Okay. Maybe I did get a botched one. Well, that explains, that would explain the slower quarter mile numbers if this is making, 100 less horsepower than the other ones advertised. I don't know why that would be the case. So all the people that were telling me to get it checked, I guess you were right.
92 degrees with 55% humidity.
Okay.
Not great.
No, yeah, it's definitely not tested as ideal.
It's 11:16. This is Florida at 11:16.
Yeah. So Florida, 11 o'clock at night, dyno temperature 92 degrees, 55% humidity. And what did you say the DA was?
2,273 feet.
2,273 feet. So I don't know if that explains it, or I'm just coping.
We could be coping, but I can tell you if you came back on a winter day where it was, let's say, 50 degrees in here, and the DA was 500 feet, I promise you it'd probably make 100 more horsepower.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
And that's something we could do too.
Yeah,
So
we can test it again.
Come by in 2 months.
Yep.
3 months.
When it cools off.
Yep, see what it makes.
All right, so it's been a few days. Last you saw the car made 911 wheel horsepower. I felt that was somewhat low, so I wanted to get a second opinion. So we are here at WestTuned in Claremont, Florida, which is a custom automotive shop here. So thank you to them for allowing me to use their dyno. But we're gonna put the car on their dyno. We're gonna do 3 pulls, all in 5th gear, standard and SAE corrected numbers to see definitively what she runs. The only thing that has changed is a different tank of gas. I went to Mobil 1 this time instead of 711. I don't think it'll really have that big of an impact, but nonetheless, just something to note. But we're gonna put the car on the dyno again, see what she runs. Hopefully she has a little bit more in her than she did last time. If not, you could either chalk it up to the heat, or if there is a problem, I've already talked to my vet tech and he said we could try like reflashing the computer and see if that has anything, or doing a full like pressure test to see if there's any type of like turbo boost leak or anything like that. But we're gonna put it on the dyno, see what she runs. Hopefully it's more power. If not, is what it is. So when you first put the C8s on the dyno, they have to basically air themselves out because the car senses that the rear wheels are spinning, but the front wheels are not, and it thinks something's wrong. So your ABS light comes on, your traction control light comes on, all the air lights come on. So you have to run it on the dyno just at low speeds for a couple minutes for it to completely coat itself out. Then it'll let you push to full power and see what it makes. So that's what we're doing now, just letting it basically air itself out until it allows us to run it. 916? Okay, and that was in fifth gear? Okay. So you ran it from 2500 to redline in fifth gear, and it made 916. So only 4 more than what it made last time. So it seems like last time's numbers are pretty correct. Again, those are standard numbers, not SAE. So he's gonna let it cool off because it ran a little lower, ran 894. So we're gonna open the hatch, let it cool off, but still 894. So still running low, 916 cold basically, but still running a little low. Okay. So last run it made 919 wheel horsepower with 800 flat for torque. So that's our highest yet. Almost 920 wheel, but still running, a little low. And I think it's at like 44% humidity right now. So he's gonna go back and do the SAE correction for the numbers to see what it definitively is with the corrected numbers. But either way, still running a little low. So there you have it. We just finished up at WestTuned. Again, huge thank you to Adam from Midnight Fabrication and Bati from WestTuned for letting me use their dynos and see how much power this car definitively makes. As you saw, the highest horsepower we got was 919 wheel horsepower, and the SAE correction for the highest run at WestTuned, the 919 wheel horsepower run, the SAE correction was 902 horsepower, which confuses me a little bit because I thought the SAE correction would make it higher. Being that it does the correction, I thought, given the humidity and whatnot, that it would actually be higher, but I'm not a dyno expert, so I have no idea. Nonetheless, it was 902 wheel horsepower with the SAE correction, but standard, it was 919 wheel horsepower. This car is making less than other ZR1s that we have seen. It is making anywhere from like 90 to like 140 horsepower less than the other ZR1s tested so far. So what does this mean? Does this mean that there is something wrong with this ZR1? Maybe. It's hard to tell because there's so many variables at play here. Sure, weather and conditions could play a factor, but I don't think, even if we were in absolute ideal weather conditions here, I don't think we would get another, 90 to 140 extra horsepower. I'm thinking maybe like 60 to 70 at best if we were in really good conditions. So I do think this car is making a little less horsepower than the other ones anyway. Or the other ones are just making more and this one is making power as it should. Who knows? knows. But what are the options here? So one, I'm not really that worried about it. It's not like it's a huge issue, like there's like a boost leak or anything. It's not making that much less horsepower, and the gauge doesn't indicate that that would be the case. I don't hear any type of leak. So I don't think it's anything major. If it is something, at most, I think it's probably a software issue potentially, or again, just certain tolerances with certain components is just making a little bit less. It's not like, you know, I'm running this car in sanctioned races and like betting on it or whatever. Like it really doesn't bother me that much. But I am gonna talk with my vet tech at the dealer, see if we could potentially do like an ECU flash to see if that improves things. And then if not, you know, I don't know, maybe run some other diagnostics if that's possible. But nonetheless, that's what power she makes, 919 wheel. So now we know. The plan is to, again, do the ECU flash and then just test it again in the cooler months here in Florida and see if that makes, you know, any significant improvement. It's currently, you know, still August here. It's still really hot, one of the hottest months of the year. So I'm thinking once we get to the, you know, December, January, when it really cools down, we'll run it again with the ECU flash, and hopefully that it brings it up a bit. Who's to say? Time will tell. Either way, I hope you guys enjoyed this video and the transparency just with the car, just telling you how it is. If you did like the video, make sure to leave a thumbs up, comment, even subscribe if you guys want to. Weekly videos is still what I'm aiming for. Let me know what other videos and content you guys want to see. I appreciate you guys for sticking around this long, and I will see you guys in the next video. See ya.